In the world of boxing, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is suing Showtime and Steven Espinoza, the former head of Showtime Sports, for hundreds of millions of dollars that he claims are unaccounted for.
Can you share a little bit of your take on what's going on with Mayweather? He's suing Showtime for $340 million.
Nah, we don't care. Money man trying to get more money and had a lot of money and did dumb things with money and, you know.
I don't put my hand in nobody's pocket. I don't do that. That's some in my business.
The sports world is in complete shock after Floyd Mayweather filed a massive $340 million lawsuit against Showtime, and reactions from top sports personalities are pouring in with surprising opinions about what this situation truly means. Stephen A. Smith, who is considered one of the most powerful voices in sports media, has also shared his thoughts on this explosive legal battle and his perspective on whether Floyd Mayweather is actually facing financial trouble, or if there is a much bigger strategy unfolding behind the scenes, has sparked intense debate everywhere.
Mayweather says that Showtime delivered those checks and funds through systems that helped Heyman get the money instead of paying Floyd directly. The lawsuit also points to some of boxing's biggest pay-per-view fights, including fights against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, events that generated hundreds of millions in revenue.
Floyd Mayweather, the man who built his entire career around calling himself money and proudly showing off millions in cash, has now filed one of the largest lawsuits in boxing history against Showtime and former Showtime sports president Steven Espinoza. The lawsuit, which was filed on February 3, 2026 in California state court, claims that Showtime helped Floyd Mayweather former manager Al Heyman take an astonishing $340 million from his fight earnings over the past decade.
Mayweather says he's gunning to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in the misappropriated funds and damages resulting from long-running and elaborate financial fraud allegedly perpetrated by his longtime advisor Al Heyman.
However, the timing of this lawsuit, along with rumors that have been circulating for months about Floyd Mayweather's financial situation, has ignited an intense debate across social media and major sports shows. But before diving into Stephen A. Smith's explosive reaction, the details of what Floyd Mayweather is actually alleging in this lawsuit are truly shocking, and they raise serious questions about some of the biggest deals in boxing history.
Steven Espinoza. At Showtime and Espinoza are listed as defendants, while Heyman is not being sued. Floyd claims Heyman, with whom he worked for over a decade, misappropriated a significant portion of his career earnings to the tune of a whopping $340 million.
Floyd Mayweather lawsuit accuses Showtime of taking part in what he describes as a long-running and carefully planned financial fraud scheme that was allegedly directed by his former advisor Al Heyman over nearly 2 decades. Court documents obtained by TMZ Sports show that Floyd Mayweather is seeking to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in misused funds, along with punitive damages from Showtime and Steven Espinoza. Specifically, according to the lawsuit, instead of paying Floyd Mayweather directly for his major pay-per-view fights, Showtime reportedly transferred his earnings to accounts that were controlled by Al Heyman without Floyd Mayweather knowledge or approval.
But of course, you had to pay that money back. So with Floyd Mayweather missing $340 million, I just wonder, I don't have no proof or none of that stuff. I remember once again the rumors and shit, but did he use some of that $340 million to pay back Waddell and Reed?
The lawsuit specifically highlights Floyd Mayweather's biggest fights, including the Manny Pacquiao mega fight in 2015 and the Conor McGregor crossover event in 2017, both of which together generated over $1 billion. Floyd Mayweather claims that when his new management team attempted to audit the finances in 2024 and requested detailed records, Showtime responded that the documents were either lost in a flood or stored in an inaccessible location. Sources close to the matter say that Floyd Mayweather team grew suspicious after noticing huge discrepancies in the accounting and millions of dollars that could not be properly explained or traced.
I'm saying, been retired for a minute, for a good little while now. So you mean to tell me after the stories and the allegations of you know, not having real estate, you know, that you owe this and that to people, that you out there robbing royalty, you know, from what Fannin telling people, you know, and I like Fannin, I'll be listening.
One boxing insider who asked to remain anonymous reportedly said that when Floyd Mayweather's new team began asking questions, Showtime became very defensive, and the explanation about a flood destroying records seemed like something out of a bad movie. The situation is even more intriguing because Floyd Mayweather worked with Al Heyman for more than 20 years and viewed him as a father figure who oversaw nearly every part of his finances and contracts. The lawsuit alleges that Al Heyman engaged in financial manipulation and self-dealing behind Floyd Mayweather back, while Showtime and Steven Espinoza provided significant assistance to make it all happen.
Find out Al Heyman had Floyd on Zuffa and Floyd didn't even know the shit. Me myself, bro, I hate that, dog. I hate that it's come to this. I don't know how true it is that Floyd got robbed or that he just spent all his money up.
What makes this case especially intriguing is that Al Heyman himself is not listed as a defendant in the lawsuit, which has left legal experts and boxing insiders puzzled about the strategy. Many in the boxing world believe Floyd Mayweather is targeting Showtime first because they have deeper pockets and are easier to recover money from compared to pursuing Heyman directly. One legal analyst who follows sports cases reportedly told colleagues that Floyd Mayweather lawyers are being very strategic, aiming to go after the network with the money first and possibly address Heyman separately later. The lawsuit also alleges that Showtime still owes Floyd Mayweather about $20 million from his 2015 fight against Andre Berto, with that money supposedly coming from the Pacquiao fight proceeds.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny how that, how the fight got, I mean, it kind of came about, but they had the Pacquiao and Floyd fight. We all go up there, we check the fight out, good situation. And then just me and my lady, we walking through the casino. Wasn't it Rodney Jerk?
Floyd Mayweather attorney Bobby Samini issued a statement saying that Floyd Mayweather is one of boxing's biggest pay-per-view draws, and he generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue for Showtime. Floyd Mayweather is now taking this dispute to court to recover what he rightfully earned. Paramount, which owns Showtime, responded to the lawsuit by calling the claims baseless and stating that they lack legal and factual merit and that they will address the matter through the court process.
$340 million. Mayweather is also seeking punitive damages. Reached for comment. Mayweather's attorney, Bobby Samini, predicted victory, saying Floyd is one of the biggest pay-per-view star draws. He generated hundreds of millions in revenue in Showtime. Mr. Mayweather now takes this fight to the court to recover what he rightfully...
However, what has everyone talking is not just the lawsuit itself, but the larger question of whether this shows that Floyd Mayweather is actually running low on money despite his flashy lifestyle. Stephen A. Smith has been outspoken in the past about athletes who mismanage their finances, and sources say he has been following the Floyd Mayweather situation closely ever since the Business Insider controversy in March 2025, when Business Insider published a report claiming that Floyd Mayweather $42 million New York City real estate investment never actually took place, which Floyd Mayweather strongly denied.
Fight in May, who's he gonna fight in September?
When it came to me with some people been throwing crazy numbers at me to stay in the sport. 9 figures up front. Numbers have came at me. But I'm just right now.
Floyd Mayweather filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against Business Insider over that report, and the controversy led to countless YouTube videos claiming that Floyd Mayweather was going bankrupt. One particularly viral video titled "Stephen A. Smith Exposes Floyd Mayweather for Going Bankrupt" received nearly 500,000 views, even though Stephen A. Smith was not actually in the video discussing Floyd Mayweather. The clickbait created so much confusion that Floyd Mayweather felt the need to respond publicly, saying that he is not a liar, he works hard to build his name and reputation, and he will not let anyone damage his name.
Dexter, a boxing promoter. People just tuned in to see him get his ass whooped. As the earnings flowed in, Mayweather kept his fortune where he could see it: bricks of cash, high-end cars, real estate in Los Angeles, Miami, and his home base in Las Vegas that he owned debt-free. He liked the tangible element of having cash in his hand, watching it come and go, said David Levi, who were close to Mayweather from 2010 until his last profession.
Teofimo Lopez even defended Floyd Mayweather after training with him, telling the media that to clarify, Floyd Mayweather is not broke. He showed me his bank account, and I have never seen numbers like that in my life. But now with this new $340 million lawsuit against Showtime, the broke rumors have resurfaced with even greater intensity across social media, and sports debate shows many people observing the situation believe that if Floyd Mayweather really had all the money he claims, he would not need to be suing for payments from fights that took place nearly 10 years ago.
Espinoza and Showtime actively participated in the misdirection of his earnings and are responsible for helping Heyman carrying out this alleged financial scheme. So here's a little interesting wrinkle, an interesting detail in this whole lawsuit.
One popular sports commentator reportedly told his production team during a recent show preparation that when you are suing for money from a 2015 fight in 2026, something does not add up with the billionaire lifestyle narrative, and that Floyd Mayweather financial problems seem real. However, others argue that just because Floyd Mayweather is wealthy, it does not mean he should allow people to steal hundreds of millions of dollars from him without taking legal action. Sources close to Stephen A. Smith Camp report that he has been discussing the Floyd Mayweather situation extensively behind the scenes and believes this lawsuit exposes major issues in how boxing finances operate. According to people familiar with Stephen A. Smith thinking on the matter, he sees this as part of a larger pattern of athletes being exploited by the people they trust the most.
Paul Heyman himself, the advisor that Mayweather blames for the missing money, is not named as a defendant in the lawsuit. Instead, Mayweather's legal action targets the network and Steven Espinoza. He claims they aided and abetted these alleged financial wrongdoings. So what does this mean, and what's like a potential outcome for this case?
One ESPN insider who works with Stephen A. Smith reportedly said that Stephen A. Smith thinks Floyd Mayweather situation is a cautionary tale. You can make $1 billion and still get robbed blind if you're not paying attention to every single detail. The timing of Floyd Mayweather lawsuit is especially noteworthy because he has been doing exhibition fights consistently over the past few years, which many interpret as needing cash flow for his lifestyle. Floyd Mayweather has exhibition matches scheduled, including a reported fight against Mike Tyson later in 2026 and another bout against K1 legend Mike Zambides in Greece in June.
According to TMZ, Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson, they agreed to fight each other in an exhibition. Ain't no way! It ain't no way! Ain't no, what got this? The world we're in now.
Critics point to these exhibition fights as proof that Floyd Mayweather needs money and cannot just retire comfortably, while supporters argue that he simply loves competing and entertaining fans regardless of his bank account. The debate on social media has been intense, with fans divided into camps arguing whether Floyd Mayweather is broke rich but got robbed or executing some kind of strategic financial move. One viral tweet from a boxing fan said that Floyd Mayweather suing for $340 million while posting pictures of his car collection means either he is broke or he is the pettiest rich person alive. Either way, it is entertaining. Another fan wrote with conviction that people do not understand business. If someone owes you $340 million, you go get it. That is why Floyd Mayweather is rich and everyone else is not. He fights for every dollar.
Wow, taken aback, surprised by this. I'm thinking, how did Floyd come to this? Like, did he ask for an audit of like prior books? Like, I'm real curious about that point. Like, how, according to him, allegedly, this all happened and how he became aware. Was it?
The sports media world has been buzzing with opinions from nearly every major personality, but Stephen A. Smith's perspective carries special weight because of his influence across multiple sports. Sources say that Stephen A. Smith has been telling colleagues that this lawsuit highlights how broken the financial structure of boxing is compared to other professional leagues, unlike the NBA and the NFL, which have strong players' unions and more transparent systems. Boxing operates in a much more unpredictable environment where fighters can easily be taken advantage of. One person who recently spoke with Stephen A. Smith about the situation said that he believes Floyd Mayweather case could open up Pandora's box and reveal how many other fighters have been mistreated financially over the years.
They pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place and these different.
The implications of this lawsuit extend far beyond Floyd Mayweather's personal situation and could potentially change how boxing deals are structured and monitored in the future if he prevails. Legal experts following the case believe that if Floyd Mayweather can prove that Showtime knowingly sent his money to accounts he could not access, it could set important precedents for fighter protections. However, Showtime is likely to argue that they paid funds to the entity designated by Floyd Mayweather team and are not responsible for internal disputes between Floyd Mayweather and his manager. The fact that Al Heyman is not named in the lawsuit has led many to wonder if there is a separate legal strategy in play, or if Floyd Mayweather is trying to avoid burning that bridge completely. Heyman has operated behind the scenes in boxing for decades and remains one of the most powerful figures in the sport through his Premier Boxing Champions organization.
Came aboard is that the boxing commissions should insulate the sport from lack of payment for the fighters. The boxing commission now, in order for you to promote, asks the promoter for certain.
Sources familiar with the boxing business reportedly suggest that going after Al Heyman directly could have serious consequences for Floyd Mayweather's ability to work in certain areas of boxing in the future. One promotional executive, who asked to remain anonymous, told colleagues that Al Heyman controls a lot in the sport and that Floyd Mayweather is being smart by targeting Showtime first and leaving Heyman out of it for now. The lawsuit also raises questions about Steven Espinoza's role, since he was the point person at Showtime during all of Floyd Mayweather's biggest fights with the network. Espinoza left Showtime nearly 3 years ago when Paramount shut down the sports division, and sources indicate he may now be working with Al Heyman at Premier Boxing Champions. This potential connection between Stephen Espinoza and Al Heyman after their time at Showtime adds another layer of intrigue to Floyd Mayweather allegations about their cooperation in the scheme.
Misappropriated funds and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud. Wow. The complaint points to major bouts where money flowed like punches in the ring. In 2015, the 2015 Pacquiao fight.
Many boxing fans recall the iconic moment during the Conor McGregor fight promotion when Floyd Mayweather pulled out a $100 million check with Stephen Espinoza standing behind him laughing. That image has resurfaced on social media, with people noting the irony that Floyd Mayweather is now suing the same person who publicly celebrated his wealth just a few years ago. The financial details in the lawsuit reveal a complex web of accounts, payments, and missing documentation that will likely take years to fully resolve in court. Floyd Mayweather legal team is charging Showtime and Stephen Espinoza with aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud, conversion, and unjust enrichment as part of their legal claims.
I think the case would be against Al, because how can Stephen Espinoza or Showtime, because he was working on, how can Showtime be responsible for stealing money from you when they was paying Al?
These are serious charges that, if proven, could result not only in massive financial damages, but also in criminal referrals depending on what evidence emerges during the discovery process. The boxing world is following this case closely because Floyd Mayweather is not just any fighter, he is the biggest pay-per-view star the sport has ever seen. If someone with Floyd Mayweather resources, fame, and business acumen can be taken for $340 million, what chance do lesser known fighters have of protecting their earnings and detecting fraud? Sources in the fighter advocacy community report that this case is already motivating other retired boxers to audit their old fight contracts and payment records for similar issues. One former champion, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said that Floyd Mayweather lawsuit has made him look at his old Showtime deals with fresh eyes, and it makes you wonder how many fighters got shortchanged. Stephen A. Smith has long advocated for athletes taking control of their business affairs and not blindly trusting managers and advisors with complete financial control. The Floyd Mayweather situation perfectly illustrates Stephen A. Smith's point about why athletes need independent financial advisors who are not connected to their managers or promotional teams. Many sports business experts believe this case will become a teaching example in sports management programs about the importance of financial oversight and audit rights in athlete contracts. As the lawsuit proceeds through the California courts, more details will inevitably emerge about how Floyd Mayweather money was handled and where all these millions actually went. The discovery phase could reveal fascinating insights into how boxing's biggest deals operate behind the scenes and who profits most from major pay-per-view events. For now, Floyd Mayweather is making it clear that he is willing to fight in the courtroom as hard as he did in the ring to recover what he believes is rightfully his.